It's time to be honest about Black Ops 2 Zombies. It was B tier.
What did he say?
Are you already in the comments flaming me? Hear me out for a second. Half of the maps were bad, and yes, town, bus depot, diner, farm, all count as maps. And then we had the other half, which were pretty great. You got two of the best all time with Origins and Mob of the Dead. You have a really good one with Buried. And then you have two more turds with Die Rise and Transit. I'm not saying they weren't fun with friends. I'm not saying I didn't have a lot of fun doing the Easter eggs. But if you look at it objectively, I don't know if anybody can defend the maps that I named as bad. Let's just not confuse being nostalgic and having fun for thinking something's great. Saying something's great actually means you have some sort of criteria to determine whether or not it's great. Not, I had fun with friends. That's how I arrived at my B tier rating. We walked through the launch and we got Transit, and while I think it was an interesting concept, it was poorly delivered because they had the consideration for the last gen consoles. So you have lava, fog, denizens, which their sole purpose is to slow the player down so they don't crash the game on the last gen consoles. It doesn't get much better when we go into Die Rise. Also a very interesting concept. I think for last gen consoles, it was actually fairly aesthetically pleasing. I do like the idea of having verticality in a map, but it was poorly delivered. I do think there should have been some sort of ability to get PhD flopper instead of getting trolled and having unusable PhD flopper. Looking back, I did have fun doing that Easter egg. I had fun with friends. How many times can you die to fall damage and still defend the map? Interesting map, fun map, not a good map. This is where it starts to turn, is with Mob of the Dead. To have something that wasn't contained within the Ether storyline and have it be delivered so well, not only from a storytelling perspective, but also a character interaction perspective. I like the Easter egg itself. The map layout feels constrained, and also the game engine movement system hold this map back. But all of those positive qualities allow it to ascend beyond the rest of the maps that are in Black Ops 2. You get into Buried, and I also think Buried is a good map. The map itself is well laid out. I like the concept of the map. I like that there was two sides of the Easter egg with Maxis and with Richthofen. Also looking back, and I wouldn't know this if I hadn't started creating content for Zombies, but going back and playing it, it does feel constrained by game engine and movement system. Still a very good map. I think there's an argument for it to be an A tier. I've heard people say S tier. I don't know about that. I think it's an A tier map. They hit the mark with Origins, one of the best maps of all time. We have one of the best Easter eggs. We have great wonder weapons. Overall storytelling was really well done. The character interaction is very well done. It's a soft reboot of the Ultimus characters in the form of Primus. One of the best maps of all time, depending on who you ask to, the best map of all time. I feel like they improved on it with Zombie Chronicles, but when it launched, Origins at the time in Black Ops 2 was an S tier map. We're looking at bad maps, which are Bus Depot, Diner, Town, Farm, Die Rise, Transit. And then you look at, on the other side, you have Buried, Origins, Mob of the Dead. There's more bad maps than there are good maps. But I do feel like Origins and Mob of the Dead and Buried pull it from a C tier to a B tier. Anytime that I say something's not great, people get confused. You can like whatever you like. I like Black Ops 2. I think it was a lot of fun. I play it a lot on stream. I don't think it meets the criteria for something that is great. A great Call of Duty Zombies game. I'm interested to hear what you guys have to say. If you've already commented 50 times telling me that I'm stupid, I'll read it in the comments. But drop in the comments what you think. Where do you think Black Ops 2 Zombies fits? And if you're interested in this and future COD Zombies content, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications.